We're not the best healthcare system in the world. We're about in the middle of the pack and we're heading down.
I want to buy health insurance and somebody wants to sell it. Yeah. You believe it's right for the government to step between us and say, no, you two shall not trade.
Not only do I believe that, most Canadians believe that.
Politicians came out with a theory that there were too many doctors in Ontario, and that's why the healthcare costs were going up.
Well, they pay the doctors $500,000 just to close up their practices.
All right, folks, that is a scene from Sick and Sicker, ObamaCare Canadian Style. And the man who put that film together is filmmaker and activist Logan Clements. Logan, welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's my pleasure, and I do hope we have time to talk more about Sick and Sicker, but what's really sick and sicker, and may he rest in peace, the great talk show host Bob Grant, who was one of my mentors, used to say it's sick out there and getting sicker. He wasn't referring to Obamacare or health care, just to the general state of affairs in this country, and I think that applies to what you're going through now, because you have now, in your view, been targeted by the federal government for speaking out publicly against Obamacare and the Obama administration. Talk about that.
Well, it does seem a little strange. I mean, it could be a complete coincidence, but I had never been audited by the IRS before I made the movie Sick and Sicker. And then, you know, after it came out, I was audited. So if you combine that with the fact that other people who produced movies or spoken out against Obamacare have also been audited or targeted by federal agencies, after a while, you start to get a little suspicious. You start to wonder if there is, in fact, a pattern here. I mean, Dinesh D'Souza made the movie 2016 about Obama, and the Federal Election Commission went after him, tried to put him in prison. He may have, you know, donated more than he should have to a campaign, true, but normally people don't get put in prison for that. And, you know, Dr. Ben Carson spoke out against Obamacare, and shortly thereafter, he got an audit from the IRS, you know, and so it's just a series of things that are happening. And then only about a month ago, the Breitbart News got hit with an audit from the IRS. So things are starting to look a little strange here, like we're in a third world dictatorship where the dictator doesn't like us and he's using his agencies to, you know, chase down his critics.
So are you coming to the conclusion here that free speech is certainly being challenged, if not an attempt to squelch it?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to send a message to people, you know, that if you speak out, you know, we're going to come after you, and that can have a real squelching effect, you know, and that's why I'm not letting it work. I'm speaking out. They're not stopping me, because if I, you know, clam up, then, you know, they'll have succeeded, you know. So anyone that gets audited should just keep on doing what they're doing, keep on speaking out. Otherwise, they're going to win, you know. And so what I want to do is actually, I'm hoping to find somebody to license my movie, do an open, what I call an open license, where they'll license it for the whole country or whole states. And then everybody can just, you know, download it from my website and screen it in their community to fight back, you know. So I want it to have the opposite effect, you know, instead of
give us the website. Give us the website real quick.
The website is blastobamacare.com.
blastobamacare.com. Yeah, you know, Dick Morris, Newsmax contributor, has a great new book out, Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation. And he says this: if there's any doubt about just how pervasive his usurpation of congressional power has become, take a look at his repeated brazen actions throughout the disastrous implementation of Obamacare with either the permission or agreement of Congress, and without any legal authority to do so. Obama single-handedly revised important sections of the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, substantively amending, changing, reversing, modifying, and even ignoring parts of a valid act of Congress on his own. And add to that, of course, I think there have been 13 Supreme Court decisions against his administration, like by 9-0 votes.
Yeah, he just seems to think he's the dictator-in-chief and can just issue these executive orders to just go around Congress. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, so much for him being a constitutional scholar. Perhaps he studied the Constitution to try to figure out how to go around it.
All right, Logan, give us the website one more time, and I hope folks do go to it and download the movie.
Yeah, the website is blastobamacare.com. And the
Gotcha.
reason I'm calling it that is we want to blast out the movie before the 2014 election so Americans can see the road that Obamacare has put us on. Some of the people that put us on that road are up for re-election, believe it or not.
Gotcha. Logan, I appreciate it. I'm up against a hard break. I thank you so much. Logan Clements, Sick and Sicker, Obamacare Canadian Style, ladies and gentlemen. The panel's next.